What's up, people? Rob Barrington here for another weekly challenge with the robots. This week, we're going to just play an ACBL instant tournament, 12 boards, so 3 boards a day, and live results, right? So we're going to be able to see what we're doing. I do like all of your comments about last week's Challenge Olympics. I think I will do that again very soon because a lot of you seem to like it. And honestly, it was a lot of fun to play 4 different challenges. And I can make it a long-term battle with those robots for sure. So I will certainly bring that back. But let's get to this week's episode and see what we can do. And board one is super interesting right away. You see that it's gone past by your partner and 3 clubs on your right. And this is your hint, right? You have a 13 count. And it's not an amazing 13 count anyway. And here's what you have to be thinking. A lot of people get kind of in a huff when people preempt against you, right? You're like, oh man, or they open like a weak no trump against you. Like, oh, I'm not going to let them get away with this. But really, think about this. You have 13 points and your partner is a passed hand. So at best, on their best day, they're going to have 11 points. You're not making a game. You don't have the right shape to double, right? If you take away these clubs and maybe put a singleton club here and put more diamonds over here, even with 13 points with shortness in clubs, you're kind of all systems go because you have lots of options and you're showing your hand well. Here, if we double and partner picks diamonds, what do? We're going to have to leave them there, and that is terrible. So really, the best spot, in my opinion here, and we might be proven wrong by the score, but not by just general results as we expect them to occur in nature, as we say, right? So in this case, I don't really have a reason to bid. If we double, and I guarantee, because we're playing as other human beings, we're going to see a double in the mix and them find a major suit fit maybe, and if it's right, they might do well. But in the long run, this is the bid we're going to make. This doesn't mean that partner won't bid, but it seems unlikely because they're already a passed hand. If they had a lot of shortness in clubs, maybe they would have clipped off something there. But here, now we get to play defense, which is never a bad thing in these tournaments. A lot of people know that this is a best hand situation. They think they should be playing every hand. That is not the case. In fact, when you see me play, and also when you watch Gavin and I on Wednesday mornings, you're going to see us get our best scores on defense, right? Because a lot of people just fail to understand that this is a real and legitimate part of the game, right? It's not going to happen as often in the best hand tournaments, but you need to be prepared to do this. And here's what we expected, by the way. Not necessarily expected to be this good, but you expect left-hand opponent here to have reasonable values, right? We had 13. This person to our right preempted, and our partner's a passed hand. So yeah, this is what we can expect. If we had bid here, we were probably not in the best shape, considering look at those nice cards over there in the dummy. This is an interesting one. Our partner's drawing trump. We usually believe our partner when they're the robot here. And what I mean by that is we understand that partner knows what's right more often than not in these spots. Unfortunately, we're going to win this ace of clubs, and now we're not going to be able to lead trump again because we're going to give up a trick in that exchange. Our choice is to lead another spade, and I'm interested in that one because I get to knock off at least one entry from dummy, and then we can knock off a hard entry next. When my partner, the robot, leads clubs here, it makes me think that diamonds are not going to set up as tricks, right? The robot kind of knows what's going on in these hands, and if they weren't in a hurry to cash tricks out, we can maybe assume that diamonds aren't coming home for them. So what do we do? Well, first trick was low to the king and blah blah here. Whatever. I'm just going to exit a heart. Let's see what happens. Let's see how he transports back to his hand. Ace of spades, and there's the spade ruff. And now this is kind of a trade of tricks, folks. They're going to get a ruff here, but we're going to realize a club trick, right? If we had let a club into the teeth of their holding, and here they're leading a spade, we would have given up a club trick. So we kind of traded a heart trick for a club trick, if that makes sense. I suppose we could have maybe found a way over to our partner's hand, but we weren't going to get it in one trick, unfortunately. And do we get a trick at the end? Nope, they just have 110. So let's see, that's 28.6%. And let's look at why that is. And we'll see, there we go. That's exactly why it is. People doubled, and North had 6 hearts on this hand. Yuck, right? So in this case, there is no reason to bid, but if you do, you get rewarded with just this amazing result. It's amazing. Someone also got to 6 hearts on this hand. Hang on, let me get you the correct results screen here. And here we can see exactly what happened. Boom. 3 hearts, they double. And partner amazingly has 6 hearts and doesn't bid diamonds in these cases. It's not like Murphy's Law was in effect here. So if you doubled, in my opinion, really bad here. Not only because you don't have the right shape for it, but partner's a passed hand and you have a not amazing 13 count. So even at the 3 level, you may already be too high. So double is, in this humble opinion here, not the best. If you doubled and you did something else, you got to 6 hearts, right? This person showed an amazing hand, but still got 57%. That's when you're running good, when you bid 6 hearts on a hand that belongs at the 3 level, and you get 57%. But that's because honestly, the more normal action is just to pass 3 clubs. And as you can see, no matter what we do here, we're just going to be giving them 9 tricks. We can't do anything better. And let me show you what I was looking at here. Our partner does a very nice job of coming through a club here. We win the ace, and now we just don't have a way to draw trump safely from our side without giving up a trick. And as you can see, it's going to be even worse than we thought. We're going to let them make +1 if we lead a club, right? So here, just trying to get the heck out of our hands safely. Anything would have worked here, I suppose. However, a spade would have been dicey. If we lead a low spade, they could have ridden it around to their jack, so we would need to play the queen of spades from here. We're never going to know that, though. Here we go, though. There's the heart play. Boom, boom. And now we just traded off our trick. They get this heart ruff now, right? But as a result, we kind of didn't give up our club winner, right? So in this spot, again, trading off. And I'm not unhappy with this score. You might think 28.6. We're ruined. We can't do any better. We have 11 boards left, folks. And honestly, when people have made an incorrect call and been rewarded, I'm not as worried about those people as I am about the people that are with me at 28.6%. So let's keep dancing, folks. Here we go, our board 2. And don't forget, if you like the content, if you want to see more of it, if you want to know when we're doing new stuff, which will be coming out, as always, forever, I hope, until I have no more breath here, just like and subscribe. And the more we do that, the more bridge we have just being out for the rest of the world. Back to business, though. I'm looking at my hand and trying to talk at the same time, and I'm like, what am I going to do here? We're going to open a club, clearly, but we're going to be interested to see what happens. I'm always worried about the opponents having a big heart fit here, but there's nothing I'm going to really do about it at this point. And when it goes a club pass, we expect a heart to be bid like almost every time from partner, just because we're counting and we're thinking about the numbers that we have here. Just a nice rebid of 2 clubs, right? Hey, partner, I have a 6-card club suit, and remember, this is always 6 or a 5-card suit that had a problem somewhere else, right? So here you should be expected to have a 6-card minor, and wow, look at this, we stole it. We only have 13 points. Our partner has 5. It means the opponents have 22 points, and we're playing 2 clubs. We like that, right? It probably means the opponents have about the same number of points between them and nothing extraordinary shape-wise, right? So here they're leading the king of clubs. Thank you. Please help us draw trump. We'd like to see the jack drop. Let's go. Come on. Nope. All right. When lefties on lead, we're not upset, except when they get the heart lead on the table. That's the only lead that doesn't necessarily help us right away. And let's see what righty's going to return here. Ace of hearts. All right, we're going to trump that. Now the question is, should we just start drawing trump from our hand? Or should we go over to dummy and try to take a finesse for the jack? I am tempted to do that. I'm going to play a low diamond, and here's what I'm trying to do. I'm hoping I either see the king. If I didn't see the king and they played low, I would have won the queen. Or I would have tried to win the queen. If the king's off, we're just losing 2 tricks here. I'm going to trump that. I'm going to hop over to dummy with that queen of diamonds that we created as a winner. And now I'm going to put this 9 of clubs on the table. Yeah, that was worth it then. I guess it looked like it might be Jack Doubleton. Yeah. So we could have just plunked the queen down and done the same thing. But come on, that seems like a weird play. I'm gonna mess around here a bit. I'm gonna play the 10 of clubs, pitch a diamond. Sorry, I'm gonna play the 8 of clubs and pitch a diamond. There's spade, pitch a spade. Wow, they all just pitching spades. Now I'm gonna play ace of diamonds. I'm gonna pitch a spade. All right. Notice I haven't done anything with my tricks. I have 3 spades in my hand. I have 2 in dummy. I'm just doing this just in case one of them needed to throw a heart here, or I could have set up a trick that way. But now, as I'm counting the spades, it seems likely that that was about to happen at some point. And now we are making 3, and that is 67.9% in the book for us. And it looks like we had a lot of company with this. Let's take a peek. Yeah, there we go. 2 club, blah, 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 blah. 1 no trump, not recommended, especially because the problem with 1 no trump, and you did a very good job here score-wise, for sure, by betting 1 no trump and maybe having a little slip up on defense, because that heart suit looks pretty brutal for you. But on this hand, when you bid a no trump, the worst case is partner bids 2 hearts. And now you're probably going to have to pass that when 2 clubs may have, in fact, have been your best spot. Now, there's no guarantee maybe partner does bid 2 hearts in those spots, but when they have a reasonable club fit, they might think twice about it. But here, if you got to play 1 no trump, they misdefend against you. But if you just play 2 clubs and make 3, you get 67.9, and that's what we want, folks. We want to be with the field, not too far outside of it, unless it's our choice and our really fine play that put us outside of it. All right, let's get on to the next one. Last chance to excel for Monday or whatever day, Tuesday, that we throw this out here. There's our 13 count. Remember, folks, 3 in the minors. We open clubs 100% of the time, no matter the strength, no matter what you think. This is the way we do it, and that's just so when we open a diamond, partner knows we have 4 pretty much always. Not every single time, but almost always, because of the way we treat these minor suits. So a club, a heart, 2 clubs. All right, that is 6 to 9, folks. And let me show you 6 to a bad 10 also. Fine. We know this because partner absolutely could have Q-bid here to show a better hand. 2 hearts would show club support and a good 10 or more. They didn't make a negative double, which means we do not have a spade fit, folks. When you look at this spade hand here, don't think you have to rebid it. And don't worry about only having 3 clubs. Partner's supposed to have 5 in this spot. Or if they have 4, well, it won't be the worst time to play in a 4-3 fit. Lefty has some stuff, though. Right? They not only have they bid hearts, they've now bid spades. Do we bid? Take a second. Think about this. Should we bid? The answer is heck no. Right? First of all, we know we have 3 clubs, and that's all we promised our partner. So if we had a 9-card club fit, our partner would automatically have bid 3 clubs. So if we're both on the same page about the law of total tricks, and just a reminder for you, when we're in a competitive auction, and this is a weird one, we might not even think they have a fit, so it doesn't even necessarily apply. But presumably if partner had 9 clubs, knew we had 9, they had 6 or more, they would compete to the 9-trick level, just as a general rule. So here, I'm happy. They picked my best suit to play in, and it might be a misfit for them. And honestly, we know we have a flat hand. We were not too happy to play 2 clubs. Let's not go to the 3 level. All right, good news, bad news. 9 of spades lead. Okay, it looks like, let's hope that lefty only has 4 spades. That would be lovely, because it's weird. They could have gone back to their 5-2 heart fit. The 9 of spades is weird, though. We're kind of helping out declare no matter what we do. If we play low, they're going to win the 10 in their hand. They're going to still have the ace-queen. If we play the jack, they're going to win the queen. They're going to still have the ace-10. So whatever, we'll cloud the issue. Maybe they think our partner has the 8 of spades or something. We'll just play low. We don't expect partner to have either of those other honors we're thinking about. All right, we'll win the king of hearts. And now we will play another spade. This is something the declarer can do themselves. Note, right? We're not giving them a finesse that they can't take themselves. What we are doing is we're trying to get rid of the trumps and dummy before they have a chance to trump hearts, right? So we've just successfully done that. And now we also can confirm that if partner does have a heart trick, they're going to get it, and they can't rough out that suit entirely. All right, and there, okay. Let's lead a low club partner. No, they're not doing that. All right, so they trump themselves out over here. Unfortunate, right? They're going to force us out here, and partner needs to have the ace of clubs. They don't have it. Oh, they did have the ace of clubs. Okay, fine. Okay, they had the ace jack fourth. Let me take you to the point where if they didn't have the jack, it would be interesting. Whoa, look at the hand we're starting with tomorrow. We'll get another sneak preview of that in a second, but let me show you this situation here. Again, we're defending, getting 85%, right? So this is the 3 hands we've played. 2 of them we've defended. 1 bad result, not because of anything we did terribly, but let's take a look at the play here. Spade lead, bingo, right? nothing we can do about that. That was a free finesse. They played a heart, we win it, and now I'm worried about them setting up an extra trick, right? So if partner has the jack of hearts, or if they only had five hearts, right? I think they started with six hearts. Am I right? No, sorry, they only started with five hearts. Excuse me. So right here, bingo. There goes the diamond to our ace. Jack of spades, drawing more trump. And now at least they can't rough out hearts, especially if partner had the jack here. As it turns out, this was not happening for us, but we just took our tricks. So here's the moment that if, let's say, the jack of clubs is here, this is one of the times where it might be okay to underlead the ace of clubs. So from my perspective, as this player, if the jack is here, I want partner to underlead their ace, right? I want him to lead low. And honestly, this is the deceptive part of the play. The declarer is going to say, well, they're leading a low club. The ace is probably not there. And the most normal play is to ride it around to Jack Doubleton. If you had it, you're finessing for the queen. And in that exchange, we get to win the queen, fire back a club to the ace. But here, this player knew it was nothing to see here, basically. They have ace jack. They're not going to be fooling declarer to ride it around to the jack. They know the king is the only play. So they were correct in not doing that. And then we just get the ace of clubs at the end. That's just in a good spot for them. Defending correctly, 85.7. Bidding incorrectly, which look at these players. These are probably the players that doubled on the first one, right? They bid too much on this one. Risk reward, that is we were rewarded for not taking any risk. Let's put it that way. And now let's review our nice three scores we have. We're in sixth place, 60.7%. And look at this just weird hand we're going to deal with when we come back. Join me for tomorrow's look into insanity on board number 4. I'll see you then.